Hello artist friends, let's learn about the art. In this lesson we will be discussing Albrecht Dürer's rhinoceros. The vocabulary word for this lesson is printmaking. We will be discussing the concepts of printmaking as well as drawing a detailed drawing and using lots of details to create texture. You will need quite a few materials for this lesson. You'll need your scratch foam, some scratch paper, a white piece of paper, your wooden stylus and a pencil, as well as a brayer, printing ink, and a little tray or plate to put your ink on. Let's take a closer look. This is the close-up of Albrecht Dürer's rhinoceros. Albrecht Dürer lived in Germany and he made this woodblock print in 1515. So lots of years ago. Printmaking is our vocabulary word for this lesson. And artists, for a long time ago, artists used to take a block of wood and some sharp tools and they would carve a picture or a design in the block of wood. They would then cover the wood with paint and then press it very firmly onto a paper. When you peel the paper off, you get the print. We are actually going to be able to do the same process. We get to do printmaking. I have to tell you, this is one of the most favorite art projects that we have in Great Artist Program, and you are really going to love when we get to that point where we're making our own print. Now, Albrecht Dürer, living in Germany, they don't have rhinos in Germany. They're not there. So he drew this. He saw another artist's rendition of a rhino. And this is actually an Indian rhino. So another artist that he knew had traveled to India and made some travels and also made some sketches. And when he came back to Germany, showed Albrecht Dürer his drawings of the rhinos. And then Albrecht made this woodblock print. Now this print is so well done with so much detail that it has actually been used for hundreds of years in Germany for their science textbooks about the rhinoceros. So that's pretty awesome to know. Now let's take a little bit closer look at this painting. And first of all, I want you to look at this and see, does it look like the rhino's wearing something? So Albrecht Dürer, in his description of this rhino, and after probably hearing about the rhino with the really tough, hard skin and all of the wrinkles and how kind of tough and scary rhinos are, Albrecht Dürer portrayed him like he was wearing armor, which is really cool because a rhinoceros's skin is that's its protection against predators. It is really thick and hard. But Albrecht drew it as if it was metal armor. So this will be really fun to recreate. Okay, what do you notice? What shapes are repeated over and over and over again, especially in the texture? But can you see all of these different circles here and here and then here? And we also have scales. And then we've got these fabulous lines tracing the details of the rhinoceros's face. And with a print, the more detail you put into the print, or if you were carving into wood, the more you carve. We're gonna carve into styrofoam with our pencil or a little wooden stylus. So you'll be able to get some really great details. And the more detail you put into a print, the more interesting it is for the reveal. When you pull it off, you'll be amazed at how much all of your little details show up. So that's something that we really want to make sure we're careful with. Now, as you look at this, is there any favorite part? Is there any favorite texture? Where do you think it stands out the most? Obviously, we'll all have a different opinion about that. I really like, besides these circles and the obvious outlines of the armor shapes, I really like some of these darker places where he's used lines cross-hatching, which are lines going one way and then the other way, and they cross over each other, and that's a way to show a shadow or a darker area. And so I find these little darker areas amongst all that detail really nice, and we'll want to kind of try to do that a little bit and have some details that can show up, and then also some details that are really close together so we can have some interest when we recreate the masterpiece Rhino by Albrecht Dürer.